I heard a lady say not too long ago, you know, how they were poor, and she was talking about, you know, putting the paper in your shoes, and, you know, and I'm saying, well, we done that, never thinking about being poor, but I never felt that way, because being out here and so loved, it was just, you just didn't think about that. And to me, we had everything. Where there is no vision, the people perish. And that is Proverbs 29:18. And it is just, you know, what it says. If you do not, as a neighborhood, with everyone involved, if you do not stand up for your rights and work together and do different things that's needed, again, as we talked about the seniors before us and even after us, and that's going to be a continuation from generation to generation. You would actually can go to different people's houses and they would offer you something to eat. It was just like if you done something, they would correct you in a very positive way. Then you know that they're going to tell your mom. It's like everybody just looked out for each other, and it just made it nice in a sense. And you know, we really kind of missed that, where people should, you know, continue to try to get back into that sense of working together and doing a lot of different things. But as you know, times change.
But I mean, those are the types of things I think that now, like with the generation that's below me, doesn't happen all the time. It's more of a individual family instead of a collective, you know, collective family. So those are the types of things that kind of stick in my mind. I remember my first day of school. It was in Clinton Middle School, and we were coming home on the bus, and there were kids behind me that were making fun of the fact that we were getting off the bus in American Edition. And I was perplexed, to put it mildly, because again, we went everywhere we needed to go. I mean, this is not an arrogant statement, but we drove decent cars, we had decent furniture, we had everything that everybody else had. The location was just different. And I remember my mom was at work, and my grandmother at that time was in semi-retirement, and she was home. And when I got home, I asked her, I said, what is the big deal about the American Edition? And she was, to me, very forthcoming with information. She told me things I probably shouldn't have heard until I was 18 or 19, so I felt older. Some people refer to me as an older person now because of my ways, and that's okay. But she told me something that I probably will never forget. She said, there are things that I have been afforded in this life that I probably would have never had I been anywhere else other than American Edition. She said, I can go where I want to go. I can do what I want to do. I don't have a mortgage. Never had a mortgage. And I mean, for somebody to say that, and at that point I imagine she was probably in her 50s, I'm guessing, 40s or 50s. But she was basically letting me know without saying you don't need to feel bad about it. She kind of, to me, this is how she was to me. She put a positive spin on what could have been a negative experience. And I don't know if I've ever really shared that with you, that particular conversation. But to me, I never thought about it again. If people said it, they said it, and it wasn't a big deal. My vision for the edition is quite lofty. I like to see a house like it was once before on every lot. I'd like to see a grocery store, a viable grocery store, a post office, you know, not a major post office, but like in a strip mall, so that people have conveniences that other people have. The thing that's weird to me, and it's I'm hopeful that I'll be able to assist in some way to realizing that dream in the future, because, for example, where I live now, there's a house on every lot. There are strip malls all around us. You can walk to a convenience store. Here, it used to be that way, but it's not really that way anymore.
I could have moved somewhere else. I could have been in another location. I had the opportunity to move to Cleveland to work, but I thank God that I'm where I'm at and what I've experienced, and continuing to want to give back to this area, because there's been a lot. Someone has to do it, and we're just not here by chance. There's still some things we're needing to do, and as a child I can remember praying that this area would be made whole one day, and I feel in my heart that's getting ready to happen.